It's true. And I can confirm. And I'll tell you how. Leia didn't have any sports powers. Let's just make it clear. Luke did. I'm just saying. Plus, Leia didn't even exist. Luke 100% gave birth to Kylo. And he did it with his imaginary Force girlfriend. His imaginary Force waifu. Who also was his imaginary Force sister because of how lonely he was. It's all coming together. Boosh never died either. Boosh is still alive. And BB-90 is Palpatine in ball form. He got jealous of Vader. Pirate Sieg started playing that Apex Legends game. Are you good at it, Sigurd? I can't play it anymore. It's the whole thing got bored. It just takes too long for any action to happen. I think I'm more of a fan of the die come back format. All right.
The galaxy rejoices. Never before have we
I shouldn't have chose Luke. My brain was in Heroes vs. Villains mode. I'm quite tired, by the way. Oh, I ninja kicked him. Hey, I didn't do as much damage as I thought I did. The 5k damage and 1 game badge? Oh, cool. Their Halloween game mode is always my favorite. I'll definitely go back and play it for the Halloween mode if they didn't mess it up this year. They kind of, the first year it was out, the Halloween mode was on point, but ever since it's kind of been this last year's Halloween mode. They changed it and it wasn't as good. It was basically Ewok Hunt, but in Apex. Originally. Hoping more people show up, because I'd like to have conversations tonight. I should really just play Civilization tonight, shouldn't I? Yeah, you know what? I don't have the mental energy for this game. Yeah, I know they have the team deathmatch mode. What do you think, Sigurd? Is it a just chat with the stream chat tonight? Will you be there?
The Emperor is finished.
You might start uploading videos. It's cool. I filmed the next hiking video today. This Obi-Wan is really doing pretty good. I mean, he can totally beat. Grievous isn't really the menace he once was. They really nerfed him, and he's kind of an average hero now. There's a point where Grievous was the only really, like, the only obvious option on the dark side. You gotta swing at Grievous's block, because he has almost no stamina for blocking. Dude, he almost has him. There we go. I've seen people do this weird... It's not... He doesn't have a, like, jump block breaker like Luke and Yoda have, and Maul. But I've seen a guy do it with Obi-Wan, where he, like, manipulates something to be able to do an attack that's like that. It's crazy. Alright. We got Han. We're gonna kill it, Han. We're gonna destroy everybody.
Coming through!
Oh, damn it. Oh, almost had him. Yeah, I definitely don't have the mental energy for this game, but we'll finish this round up for our teammate. I've had a long day, but you know, it's cool. Are you sure you want to do that, Secret? Are you saying you're gonna do Apex Legends, but upload it like with the meme tags for Dark Souls? What's up, Declan? Good to see you. I filmed my next hiking video today. I think you were one of the people who enjoys that. Ah. See, there, he just did one of those things. I don't know what that is, but I want to learn how to do it. It's not just a jump attack. Because it's too lateral, like, he goes too far forward for just a simple jump attack. I understand you, C-word. I'm good, Declan. I don't need any ice cube soup. Have you ever had deep fried ice? It's pretty good. You haven't had ice cubes, but you've had deep fried ice cubes. You got your Vader to 700 today? That's pretty good. Level 700? Or like feet in elevation? Way up above the map. Okay, let's crush it with Han here. Time to blast some people's dicks off. But only shoot second, you know? Because Han didn't shoot first. What's my teammate doing running in there alone? They're gonna get themselves killed. They've been doing so good so far. No, I missed. Is he gonna be forced to come down here? Yep. Damn, I missed all of that. There we go.
Hey,
The
Sal,
I think it's our
ready
first
for
kill of
taking the
this
Empire?
round. Declan says level. Okay. All right, time to kill.
This is gonna hurt.
Time to kill Luke and Leia's son. It's not Han. Han's unrelated. I don't believe it.
A serious setback for the First Order.
Oh, my teammate left? Why? We just won around, right? Uh-oh. I don't have any... I'm not good with any of these people for dueling. We'll have to go with Leia. Boosh. That is, Boosh. The stun is quite a bit of fun, BB90. For BB98, Declan. I don't know, I don't have... Everybody asks me my hero. Like Declan, how many times have you asked me my favorite hero? I always answer this saying I don't know. I just give like a list of all the heroes that I play as. Vader's cool. Luke is Kylo's dad. I'm glad someone sees it. But also Leia that isn't real, so who gave birth to him? Did Luke conceive of Kylo in his waifu fantasies with his imaginary sister? Because Luke was a lonely guy, you know. He didn't really have any friends in Tatooine. He was just a lonely farm boy. My teammate took all of the lightsaber heroes I play as and left. So I'm stuck with her, and I already played Han and won. Han's pretty good for dueling, but yeah, I know Stormfuture, and Declan's been here for that. Like, I don't even think Declan or Sigurd are paying attention to anything I said this stream, because I've asked them questions directly, and they just long pause. So, what's your favorite hero? Declan's happy I played Battlefront 2. Thank you, Declan. Yeah, Vader is objectively the best. Oh God. This is iconic. You got Dark Souls 3 Stormfuture? Maybe I'll hop in. We'll do a stream where I assist you in Dark Souls 3.
It is obvious that this contest cannot be decided by our knowledge of force, or by our skills with a lightsaber.
I suck with Yoda. Like, I don't play Yoda ever. Hey, Sigurd, is Dark Souls 3 cross-platform? He would know. I can't do anything. I couldn't do anything there. The guy used Obi-Wan, I used Luke, and those are my two lightsaber heroes on the light side. I suck with all the other ones, and I don't like any of the other ones either. And, please don't do that, Declan. Because I want subs that actually watch the videos, you know? I don't want to have fake 400 subs. I want to have actual 400 subs. And have more than, like... I think there's 20 of you that actually watch the streams. And watch my videos and stuff. So, I have, like, 350 something subs, but only, like, 20 of you guys come in to talk to me. Some people, there's like 3 people that are only here for the hiking videos. And I respect them because they come. Yeah, I am doing pretty good, Declan. You're right. Okay. Ah, damn it. I'm leaving this. I meant to leave Hero Showdown anyway. I don't have the mental energy. Yeah, but I don't want viewers who I'm not going to be able to interact with and don't watch the vids. I have a lot of respect for the people who are only here for the hiking videos, though, because they sit through the notifications of all of my streams and stream clips patiently, waiting for the next hiking vid. Alright, let's just do regular hero surveillance. What's my YouTube profile pic? It's a Viking helmet with an upside down cross as the like nose guard. Vikings always had like a ridge line on the top and the forehead thing. The upside down cross isn't like a satanic thing. It's one of the saints, Saint Peter's cross, I think. I don't remember it on right now because I'm drained. But it was a guy who didn't believe he was worthy enough to be crucified the same way that Jesus was. I think that's pretty metal. So I like it. I love the moments when the Bible gets really metal. But I don't St. Peter's crucifixion I don't think was in the Bible. If it was, it would be in one of the books of Acts. Stephen's death is pretty hardcore. He gets the rabbis literally like cover their eyes as the gates of heaven open above them because he's telling them the truth, and they cover their eyes and stone him to death, and he just accepts it, and while he's getting stoned to death he prays for their forgiveness, which is like the coolest shit to me.
The dark side takes their first casualty in record time.
You talking about these lightsabers? That Vader had the power play on me, but he just utterly wasted it by spamming the attack button. Are we still outnumbered? If we win this outnumbered, that's sick. I know we outnumbered them at the very top of this stream.
We're not leaving.
Not this stream, but this round. Oh yeah. Let's regroup with our teammate. Let's watch and be very careful. If they die, we gotta abandon it. Come on. Come on. Me and this guy really suck at hitting each other. What happened with that push now? Oh shit, we got... Oh, that's not a Phasma? There was a Phasma. Damn it, I was trying to get the flank on that. I didn't. There we go.
Skywalking over the competition.
Yeah, I parried his dash attack thing. Come on. There we go. Oh, he got me. What happened to Vader there? How do you not... Vader's pretty grounded. I have a hard time knocking Vader players over. He's not even playing. He just stood there. He couldn't live to hurt his son. Vader's so sensitive. He's such a way to.
What have you done?
I got how that first part of Maul's throw hit connected, but I don't know how that last part did. 9-player kill streak, man.
Out of options here.
That Kylo threw it out, threw it away. Their Maul player is also not playing right. They got an aggressive Vader and an aggressive Kylo, which can work, you know, but you gotta really, you gotta work in the defensive aspects of Vader. Kylo's aggressive, but he just didn't use him right. But this, we got defensive Maul going on. He's not even trying to hit anybody, it seems. I think he's a duelist. This guy probably came from Hero Showdown. I was trying to get that push in. I felt like the push would have killed him. Nope, missed. Let's back up our homie. There we go. Hopefully that saved our boy. Trying to bait him into trying to parry. Damn it, how did I trip? I don't know who, because Kylo doesn't push, he pulls. There we go, I just had to drain that guy's block. He's not doing anything. I don't know what that Maul player is even trying to do. Oh, in the air, batted him out. He's still outnumbered? No. How am I not top player though? With 14 kills, no deaths? I feel like there should be a multiplier each time you get a kill without dying. Oh, choke. The choke got me.
A surprisingly civilized climax, as Obi-Wan Kenobi proves
Destroyed
once
it.
more why triumph is his specialty.
Alrighty. Hey, have you guys ever taken sweet tea and mixed it with ginger ale? It's actually pretty good. I do it from time to time. You know, I don't think I've ever asked Storm Future where they're from. I asked everybody where they're from time to time. Because I always love to learn about you guys. I hear a lot of noise. Oh, it's raining really heavily. I thought my dog was like walking around down here. I was like, I don't want him to startle me because he's aggressive when he gets scared by him. Because he gets scared and tries to like attack you. He's a big boy, so I don't want to get into that. The dog is my size and weighs, when he's at a like lightweight for him, and he weighs 95 pounds right now. So he's not a dog that you want to get attacking you. Yeah, I don't know if you guys can hear it. I'll stand near the window. It's really pouring. I might even open, there's like a storm door, so I might even open that storm door to look out and see the lightning. I love the lightning storms. It's one of my favorite things, is lightning storms, and fortunately we get quite a few of them in North Carolina during the summer.
And now, Move Milkers, let's welcome the legends who put the death in Death Star. Gathered together again for another planet-busting battle.
Vader.
The dark side begins the executions.
I just put that down. I just put the shield down. Let's go with frickin' Obi-Wan. Is it the same people we're fighting against? No, I don't recognize any of them. Alright, we got a hard fight here. Veggie guy was on the other team. So
You should lay down your weapons and
that doesn't give me confidence because everybody on the other team last round kind of sucked. She's coming around here. Ah, I couldn't get her in time. Damn, that blast does way too much damage.
How very uninspired.
Kidding me? Pretty good Palpatine. They got a pretty good Palpatine. I wish I could play Han, because if I ever Han, I could counter these guys. I can't really do the counter I have in mind with anybody else.
Why do I get the feeling you're going to be the death of me?
Oh,
There is no chaos, there is harmony.
Damn, that would have been hilarious. These guys are definitely in a party. It kind of sucks to play against people in a party who are in a party when you're not. How did none of that connect? I had some headshots in there, I swear. Okay. Yeah. Anakin, get on his other side, please.
My forces will
Okay.
make short work of you.
This Anakin's pretty nifty. Let's stick close to him.
The Emperor of Extermination strikes again.
Man, these guys are annoying. I really hope they don't put Iden in the next Battlefront. And I hope that their next person isn't just like, let's give them all of the abilities.
I know what to do.
Like, it's gonna be like a jetpack lightsaber Jedi that also uses a blaster that's the strongest blaster in the game. That's gonna be the next one. Go on! Okay. We're gonna harass Iden with Obi-Wan. I really want that Han, but I don't think that Han player is doing too hot. He might be the only one that's behind me, from what I've seen.
There's never time to linger
Alright, where the fuck is Palpatine? Okay, that's a good play. That's a good play. Man, this team is so difficult.
Enemy coming!
Goodness gracious. Can that Han please give me Han? I need the Han. I need the Han. The detonite charge is like the only way to get the Iden and Palpatine both disabled good enough to blast them in the face enough. Okay, that Vader's dead. We can sort of make a comeback. Oh no, why did they die? Why did they die? Why did they die? How am I still taking poison damage? Ugh! I am confusion. Anybody else here? No? Damn it. See, we get the kill, but then someone ends up dying. Was Iden up there? Damn it. How is that even possible? Like, who allows that? That I could have gotten stunned from here. Ah, he put his mines in. That's a good play. That's a really good play. It's almost as good of a play as putting the shield over Phasma's turret that Gadriel did to me once. There we go. Tits and pickles. That's an amazing username. I'm glad that that person's at least the person who's ridiculously good on their team has an amazing username. Let's try Lando. I mean, just Hail Mary it. Lando can kind of keep people disabled. There we go. Alright, let's avoid Bosk. Anybody following Anakin? No. He's gonna force pull Bosk. And I'm gonna land this move. There we go. There we go. Holy shit. Was this... I feel like I should have pulled out Lando way sooner. I should have pulled out Lando way sooner. I don't like... I think it's the cup I'm using. But I mixed the ginger ale and my sweet tea, and it tastes minty. And that's not a good sign. That means somebody might have used this cup for mouthwash, and then it just didn't get cleaned. Which is weird. Just gonna ignore it. Move on to the next cup, everybody. I wish Ozzy would come to these streams much earlier. I know it's only the first 40 minutes or so, but I wish Ozzy would come in because he's always a blast to have in the chat. Okay. Not that you guys suck or anything. Storm Future's been great tonight. He's just not chatting as much right now. Okay, we'll go with the thing with the dark side is that it's practically a buffet of great choices. It's like the hardest part of the dark side is just deciding who you want to play as. And I believe I will go with Maul tonight because I would really love to just put someone in the hole. It would just tickle me. It'd tickle me in all the right places. That's what it would do. I really wish I never fully upgraded this chokehold. Let's see, where is the chokehold? Yeah, doubling that was a bad call because I can it's so ridiculously far. With that purple card, I practically throw them all the way across the hangar, and I can't get anybody in the hole. I had it at blue, and I wish I could bring it back to blue.
And now, wolf milkers, Let's
What's
welcome
this?
the legends.
That's just
who
a
put
hole?
the death in
Hey,
Death
there's another
Star.
hole over here.
Gather together again for another
That's
planet-busting battle.
very valuable information.
That's a Sith Lord. It has to be.
I should have saved that because there's another hole on the other side of this.
Heroes one, villains nothing as the battle begins.
Oh, how did I not get that? Tits and pickles pissed me off. How did I not get them? I like that they're playing as Han though, because that's the one person I wanted to play as the whole last round. Son of a bitch. Yeah, look at them dead. I missed.
I am not sure.
That had to have connected. It's just one of those nights, I guess. Why isn't it dodging? I'm tapping circle. No, now it's doing it. That's not gonna land. That's gonna get the assist. It has to get me the assist. Alright, fuck you, Tits and Pickles. You got a great username, and you're pretty good, but you annoy me. That's, how did that not kill Luke now? See how low his health was?
Won't win this.
No escape.
Ugh. Nobody ever goes for the OP moves for Vader, which is
Quite a mess now.
like the fact that he can. What? What the hell? I was out of. I wasn't even in front of him. Why is it that these people are the luckiest ever? Like everything works for these people.
Your surroundings. There is no emotion.
There we go. You gonna do anything, Luke? Can you do anything to me? 'Cause I have some amazing news for you.
You don't give up easy. Anakin is still a part of
It's weird that Luke will both tell Vader that Anakin's still a part of him, and also say, "You killed my father." Like, pick one, buddy. Is he your dad, or is he like the one who killed your dad? Which era are you? I wonder if it changes actually based on. No, because the Yavin ceremony is before he knows that Vader's his father, so it doesn't change his skin. Did Boba just do damage to me? Who allowed that? We're down? Oh, okay, we're not down. Tits and Pickles still in. That's what matters, you know? Yeah, it's not gonna do it. I should just go for the maximum throw.
Looks like it's just you.
It'd be sick if you could throw people into space.
We've lost too much time.
He's shooting at me. Come on, come on. Hole, hole, hole. No!
Irritant.
That was right there, dude. Oh, we have a Phasma. Why? Why that way? Tell me, tell me why would it throw him ever in that direction? I am spamming R1. Hello. Hello. The fuck's going on tonight? Okay, we got a Phasma, we got a Vader, we got a Boba. Time to whip out Palpatine's balls. Where are they?
Can't let you.
There we go. I kind of saved Vader.
Stay away from these people.
There we go.
You see me, right?
Are you kidding me? You guys let him through there?
You've killed the
You didn't land the choke, teammates? I'm perfect. I'm never the reason why we're losing, you know? I'm just being sarcastic. I'm pretty trash this round. Alright, how is that Luke alive? Who's letting... It's the thing is, my team is letting Luke be alive right now. This is painful, to be honest.
Find yourself in a
Finally got him. Yeah. Alright. How did that never do damage to him? Not even once. There's bits and pickles. Ah! Zamcakes was the one doing that. We're down to 3. I should have chosen Phasma. There's no way with down a player that BB90 is going to help.
fire. Bring your army.
Oh man. Come on. I'm annoying the shit out of these guys. Oh, I almost tossed them in, man. I just activated that the push repulse thing. I'm just sticking to BB90 because I might get someone in the hole. He's the only one I have a chance to get people in the hole with. Oh, I got Yoda. I wish he had like a chain lightning attack, you know? That'd be cool. Ah, I didn't get to toss him. Switch to Phasma. Why not? Couldn't hurt. I mean, actually it could, because Han is a perfect counter to Phasma.
How well that armor does against the light.
Yep. Wrong choice. Wrong choice. Let's pick Kylo. I stuck with Kylo though. Are you just gonna let Yoda sit there? Everybody?
From the legendary Grandmaster of the Jedi. ended the battle, Master Yoda has.
Whatever. It's frustrating. I think I had that same yeah, the veggie computer stayed. That guy really was not good as a Vader. I think I kept killing him that first round. We're searching for heroes versus villains, everybody. Yavin 4. Why? This map sucks. They need to put it back on the temple ruins. It's just a stupid parking lot. And I always say it. I say it every time. Because it's true. Ugh. I guess it's just a hero's night. I don't see a veggie computer out anymore. I don't see Tits and Pickles either. I don't recognize any of these people. Legend Camper, I think, maybe. Here, let me set myself as online 1 second. Just do that for good measure. Damn it. We got a really good setup. We're... I don't... Oh, okay. I counted 3. I was like... I didn't count myself as 1. I was like, we're down a player?
He's a master of the dark side. Too crowded!
Let dark side strike first.
Oh, come on. Wasn't Obi-Wan just about to fight Vader?
You don't realize what I've become.
Man, there's like a delay every time I put circle or R1, and it's annoying as hell. Because those are like attacks that I can use to get away from people, or moves I can use to get away from people. Also, we got another guy taking Han on a time where we need a good Han. And I might be able to pull it. I'm iffy with my Han. Why did it turn me around? It's such a bizarre night right now. Who's Han shooting at? There we go. Oh, he choked.
Continues to eclipse the light.
I hope this night doesn't continue to be weird, because I want just a fun, casual time here. That's all I want.
You gotta win this one, Han.
Domination
There we
by
go.
the light side.
Good play by your boy,
Don't underestimate him.
you know, Darth Maul.
The nice guys aren't finishing last this time.
Wait, are there 2 Idens right now? No, that's a Phasma.
From these people.
Alright. Ah.
What's your name?
Okay, they got Phasma. Damn. I wanted that kill.
You, not behind.
Ah, I don't jump high enough for that. That would've been cool.
Bring Skywalker to me.
We're not leaving.
Why is my whole team over there? Okay, there's a Phasma there. Why am I alone? That should be the real question, right? Why did I go out alone?
You forced this battle.
Oh, that Maul always keeps that choke throw in store. What is the range? They need to reduce the range on that stun. They're not going to do anything, but you know. There's a Palpatine here. He's my bane.
Easy.
It really delayed on that tracking.
Smell that? Fresh carbon scoring. We all move together.
Damn, I got shot at. It was the choke I got. Was it the choke throw? I really want Han, man. I don't know if our Han player is doing any good. Here's our bottom. Our bottom is Legend Gamper. We're way spread out. And they always are together. I think it's bizarre that we're even close to being in, or that we're even in first at all. In the lead. Especially with me on top of our team. I wouldn't consider this a very good performance. It's been really frustrating, really. Okay, we got Finn. Maybe I can bring Boba, or not Boba, Han in. Oh boy. Oh boy. What's up, Ozzy? I've been waiting for you, buddy. Chat's been dead. Even when it was alive, it was dead. It was kind of frustrating because, like, both Sigurd and Declan were here, and I'd literally ask them questions directly, and they just say something else.
Never.
Like, they were not having a conversation with me, and Storm Future was here. He was cool. He was fun to talk to. You know, usually me and Sigurd will have a good conversation. Like, he was just ignoring me. And I don't get it. I don't know why you come into a stream to ignore the guy doing the stream. Oh, come on.
This worth your life?
This Palpatine is a nightmare. We've had some nightmarish Palpatines so far. Yeah, get over here, Zadie. Yeah, nobody's come in. No Cleezy. Only Storm Future, really, to, like, talk to. Declan just comes in and says he likes ice every stream and tries to get me to say, like, a dumb pun joke. And, like, I literally asked Declan a question, and he goes, so what's your favorite hero? And I had also asked, like, Sigurd questions, and he would just talk about Apex and stuff, which was fine. But I was trying to have a conversation.
Right, no need to showboat.
Damn. I filmed the next hiking video, and I started to edit it, but it takes so long to edit. I'm hoping to have it done by Wednesday, but it's going to take a lot of work to get it done by Wednesday. Quick.
Kenobi brings the death sticks.
Yeah. It's going to take a lot of work.
Go!
I don't know. I don't know how to explain it. You'll see the video when it's up. And you probably won't know why it was difficult to edit. 'Cause, like, if it's well edited, you won't know that it was edited at all. Yeah, I hope so. I hope people are excited for it. Man. I keep getting my ass kicked. When did I go? I went today. Let's see, I went between... I don't know. I went today, earlier. I'm sore and like mentally drained, but it was only like 2.5 miles. Like my knees hurt, even, and it wasn't. You're gonna see it, and you're gonna be like, why would that make him achy? Because it was 2.5 miles, mostly flat. Like I climbed 8 miles up and down a mountain at Pilot Mountain, and I was sore and stuff, but I wasn't this achy.
Stay away from these people.
Yeah, and I didn't pick this place for necessarily the beauty of it or anything. I picked it because it has an interesting story. It's the ruins of an old canal. That's what the park is. It's along the Catawba River, which is... I live upstream of the Catawba, on the Catawba, in Lake Norman, the Lake Norman area. Yeah, I went alone today. Nobody wanted to come. Chloe was sick, and I kept trying to tell her she can come because she's honestly not that. She doesn't seem that sick to me. I think it's just allergies, but she's all paranoid because she was really sick a few weeks ago. And my buddy Skylar was with his girlfriend, so he didn't want to go. And I don't really want any of my other friends in videos. No offense to them, but a lot of my friends, I'm friends with them because I gravitate towards very independently minded people. But that also leads to making it very difficult to direct them or ask for them to do anything. So handing them my camera that I spent money on, asking them to film things, or asking them to be quiet while I'm talking about interesting history would be impossible. Even the video with Skylar, and Skylar's one of the people I would trust more with that kind of thing, because he's a big film geek like I am. And that one got totally destroyed by Skylar. It was still a good video, it still came out good. But I couldn't. If you watch that one, if you've seen that one, I just gave up on the topic. I gave up on the topic and just started goofing with him because there was no hope. But I had done so much research for this video that people at this park, there was like a handful of people there, and they would I would just catch them being confused about something and interested in what they were looking at because there's ruins everywhere. And I tell them the whole history and all the reasons why things were the way they were there. Where is she? I should have baited. I should have just let her attack me, because I could beat her in a melee duke, and I just get my health back.
Our heroes.
Remember, you were warned.
No more games.
Come here, come here. There we go. See what I mean? Like, I could have beat that Rey with a just duking it out with a melee. There we go. I'm kind of crushing it, to be honest. Pretty good boa plays.
Numbers go strike.
No hiding.
Rey is pretty annoying. You're right.
Burn it all.
Not as nearly as annoying as Aiden. Like, they just made a character for this game, and they were like, all right, we're gonna give them everything.
I'm done with this.
You won't.
Like, the only way to beat a Rey player, not Rey, to counter Aiden, is to just harass the person playing as Aiden and grief them so much that they don't want to play as Aiden anymore. This OE1 has really been trying to get me. Oh, he's super dead.
Fighting for a tyrant.
Signature's locked.
I'm like on it now. Everybody's ignoring me. Why is everybody ignoring me?
Disintegration for the heroes.
Oof.
Give it a shot.
Crude but effective.
Never crouch. I wish I could turn that off. They put it in and it's like I'm trying to like jump from it or like dodge. Why is it that, so it was letting me dodge there when I was crouched. When I'm in a fight and he's crouched, it doesn't let me dodge. I don't know what's going on there. Now I'm actually genuinely puzzled. So how have you been today? Are you healing up good? You're not allowed to be injured any further, Ozzy. You're done. You're healed. Get back to work.
Execution must double if
Or
you
you're
want to
fired.
emerge victorious.
I just did a standing rocket barrage on Luke there.
Don't try it.
They're quitting? You still feel like shit? Hopefully they didn't give you any meds that are too
Brando just
dependent,
under bump boss.
you know. There have been a lot of times where people would give me pain meds and I just refuse to take them.
You're no
Because
joke.
it's like, if I just live through it, I'm gonna get used to it. And it'll be fine.
Hello there. Things are going our way.
Why were we all standing there? Like my mom always, when I have a cold or a flu, my mom always tries to get me to take like ibuprofen and Advil and all that crap. And I just refuse it. Not because I'm a badass or anything. Just because my way of handling sickness is I embrace the suffering and just move on through it. I don't know. I'm trying to sound pretentious, but I don't mean to.
Turn over your commander. You'll live.
After you woke up from surgery? Yeah, that's... I am waiting... I'm not waiting, because this would suck, but if I ever get kidney stones, that'll be the ultimate, like, realization of what I would do in the most immense of pain. Because with Crohn's, I get pain that's so bad that it literally brings me to the ground. And I can literally... It's such bad pain sometimes that I can't do anything. Like, I can't even think of anything until the pain's gone. Ah, I wanted that barrage. Oh, you have to take meds for migraines? Yeah, I understand that. My girlfriend gets migraines and it just knocks her out. She's a completely different person when she has migraines. I don't know how I would be still, because, you know, like, head pain isn't the same as, like, other body part pains. I get headaches, but I still don't take anything for them. It knocks me out for the day. I'll do things, but I can't focus on anything when I have a headache. Do I feel pain daily? Yeah. Yeah. I don't know how to explain it. I just kind of live through it, and then some days when it's... Some days it just gets so bad that I can't handle it. But typically, that horrible pain, most of the time if it comes in flashes. So it'll come, and then I'll be on like the ground for a moment, and then it'll go away, and I'll just be back doing my thing until it comes back. Oh, visual migraines, that's pretty bad. I'm very lucky that I don't get migraines. Have I died? I'm still at 0 deaths. My buddy Skylar also, on a side note, my buddy Skylar told me I should do the time trials on a stream in Shadow of the Colossus. Because now I'm in New Game Plus, so I just walk up to the Colossus statues, and if I pray to them, then it sends me to a time trial of each Colossus. And you can unlock equipment like javelins and different types of arrows and ponchos that do different things and stuff like that. Other swords as well. But the thing, something that's cool is only the base sword, I think, is capable of making those weak points highlighted. So like, there's other swords that do different things that you can unlock after doing time trials, but you won't be able to see the spots you're supposed to stab because it's part of like the lore that is a special sword specifically for killing colossi. I should definitely do that? Alright, Ozzy. If you say I should definitely do it, I'll do it. Definitely. And also you unlock different things whether you're in hard mode or easy mode, or in like New Game Plus, or I guess New Game Plus Plus. And I also think you get unlock different things for beating Colossi within a different amount of time, if you know what I mean. So would you say you're in the most amount of pain you've ever been in, or are you just in like not the most? You're still shocked? You know, I'm pretty stoked that I was able to introduce you to it. And you got to watch the whole game too. Potentially. I don't know if you ever went back to watch the first few Colossi, but or the beginning. Did you go back and watch the beginning either? Yeah, you can just go back and start the first stream. I think, yeah, I started at the beginning. And if you like Black Sabbath, the first Black Sabbath album, this is something me and my brother discovered. We had it on just to like, because we like Black Sabbath and we like Shadow of the Colossus. And the first Black Sabbath album syncs perfectly with the beginning of Shadow of the Colossus. Here we go. We're going Vader. The music was epic as hell in Shadow of the Colossus. You're right. I feel like that's had an impact on my taste in music since I played that game so young. I played that and like Legend of Zelda and all that. Those weren't my like main games though. The game that really got me into gaming was Oblivion, and Oblivion also has an amazing soundtrack. But it's not. I would say that Shadow of the Colossus has a better soundtrack, like when it comes to intensity.
They don't call it Star Killer Base for nothing. They call it that because of the killings. Many, many killings.
Because I have a love for like metal and classical music. But a lot of people wouldn't think that they're related, but I see the relation because musically, the things that they're using, like melody and rhythm, like the way they use both of them are pretty similar. Though I'd say metal uses rhythm much more than classical. Classical is very melody focused. More alternative? That's good. It'd be funny if you were like, I only listen to Alien Ant Farm Smooth Criminal. Damn it. I couldn't do anything. It didn't let me do anything right there. But one of the cool things, like, I had to take a music appreciation class in my college,
Come with me, Father.
and
Never have come.
it didn't really introduce me to anything new, but it kind of helped me because I already knew music theory going into it. I already knew a lot of classical music just going through my own research. But it helped me to to learn the thought process in different eras. And I'd say that Bach, I really love his thought process the most, but I do not really like his music all that much. It's like after Bach, when Mozart and Beethoven come along, is when classical really starts to speak to me, but that's pretty late in the game. It's like, I think that's like the 1700s, when Mozart and Beethoven were the shit. And then after them came the great pianists, which were Chopin and Liszt, or Liszt, I can never pronounce his name. And then Grieg was in that era. He was like the great composer, in my opinion. He kind of gets swept under the rug. Now I'm being pretentious, though. It's like... I'd like to talk about classical music, but it's also a pretentious thing to talk about. I don't think it should be, but it is. It's because of how other people have an attitude towards it. But back in the day, classical, like the big orchestral pieces, they were more like rock concerts. The people would like cheer during the movements, and like if they really liked something, they would cheer and get on their feet and stuff. They wouldn't just sit there and be boring during the show. Like I'd really love to go to a classical show where like during movements and stuff people are just like getting hype. Yeah, like old time's sake, right, Ozzy? You were there. Oh, I got that health buff off. Ooh, got it right around there. It's been a little wonky right now. Here, let's switch it over to the real hero.
Go,
Oh yeah, it's balls time. Ah, Luke is ignoring my balls. Come on, I brought this for you, buddy. Oh, we're duking it out now. BB-8's running because he's scared. He's a poser. He's not even a real ball drug. Get out of here. BB-8 wasn't even in the movies.
Faster.
Oh, I'm getting the kill. I'm getting the kill. Oh wait, that's not the low health one. These guys are low health. I should have rolled through them. That would have been the move.
stay alert.
Oh yeah, I got Luke. BB-8 came to rescue them. He can't do anything. Get out of here, BB-8. You're a pussy. Come here. Nobody's scared of you, BB-8. You're a loser. Whale. Yes. It is a comeback, isn't it? We're losing. I didn't even realize we were down.
Let's move.
I was having so much fun. We gotta save Bosk. I love it when she does the mind trick and she still steps right in front of my attacks. Come on. Yeah. Come on. Oh, no. I feel like I'm carrying right now. Let's switch it over to... Boba is an amazing match for these villains, these bad guys we're going against, you know. From a certain point of view. That's probably the dumbest line in the movie, in my opinion, is when Anakin goes, "It's the right thing from a certain point of view." Because I feel like George Lucas wrote that thinking that's something actual people say.
You're done. Understand?
Alright, I chose the wrong person.
Readjust priorities. The conflict is only half over.
Alright, let's draw them in. I got lemonade for sale. Goodness gracious. Nobody wants to buy my lemonade. Everybody's ignoring me. Just gonna go stand over here with my droid. Here, yeah. Duke it with me. Play with me. Alright. Yeah, you running away now? What a loser. You get no respect. Why does that never connect? It connects randomly, it feels. Ugh. Okay. Vader's not the choice, but we're just doing it.
Leading her allies in one last...
Why?
Rey proves yet again why nothing can stop this rising star.
Damn it. Excuse me. I got third. Man. Aren't the Olympics this Friday? They're probably gonna be dumb this year. I feel like they're all gonna try to have an opinion on something. And I don't really want to hear it. I want to watch someone do a backflip and then wrestle a tiger. That happens at the Olympics, right? I want to see someone throw something really heavy, okay? Is that too much to ask? I want to watch some water polo and see someone get drowned. It's not their job to have opinions. It's me, the gaming streamer. It's my job. Ozzy, give me something to have an opinion on right now. I'll tell you exactly what I think on it. And don't go easy on me. Oh yeah. Time for Han. Chicago being better than Charlotte. I don't know. You know, I know for a fact the surrounding area isn't better. But I had to drive through Charlotte to go to the place I wanted to go to today. And like I live north of Charlotte.
Out of a planet.
like 30 minutes or so outside of the city proper. And every time I have to drive around Charlotte, like to where Uptown is visible, which is all the skyscrapers, it's a nightmare. Because all of the highways around there, people just insist on driving bumper to bumper 80 miles an hour without using any turn signals whenever they merge. So it's just like the most tense driving experience every time you have to go through there. The traffic is pretty bad. It is pretty bad. And the thing is, like, almost every time I drive, like, there was 2 people that were definitely insurance scammers that I had to drive past. Like, they would sit in my blind spot and, like, gas it whenever I use my signal. Like, that might be why people don't use their signal, because, like, there's so many scammers or something. Because whenever I would use my signal, they would just move into my blind spot. There was, like, 2 people that I, like, drove past that did that. Where I live, the traffic gets really bad, but people aren't, like, aggressive drivers in my area. Traffic's horrible, yeah. It probably isn't as hot there, though. Being stuck in traffic when it's hot out is really, really bad.
I assume someone has a plan.
Because you can't even roll down your windows to cool off if you're sitting still. Because, like, the AC doesn't... I don't know if you've noticed in your car, but my car, the AC works when it's not moving, but it's much better when it's not, when it is moving.
I was having such a nice day.
Another thing about the Charlotte area is, so Raleigh is the state capital, and Raleigh is like probably a little over 3 hours away. So they don't really have to interact with the Charlotte area very often. And the Charlotte City Council, I'm not a big fan of. But there's never street lights at night on the highways around Charlotte, like the city proper. Are you kidding me? That didn't connect? Like, they're always out, and it's because Raleigh is in charge of changing them. And Raleigh just doesn't take care of the Charlotte area roads very well. Yeah. From what I've seen on local news, the Charlotte City Council doesn't really seem as interested in actually solving basic issues like that as they are as, like, virtue signaling on issues that people care about on Twitter. But like, their job is to just make sure that the lights are changed on the damn street lamps. There's none when you go downstate. Yeah, the back country here, there aren't any street lights, but it's not so bad because there's not a whole lot of cars either. But like, people drive like maniacs, and you want to be able to see them around Charlotte. Because I'm talking about like the city Charlotte, like not the area right now when it comes to like the street lights and stuff.
Someone's got a date with a back to tank.
Oh man. Yeah, another one of the things that's annoying is like like it could get changed, and new people could get elected to like the city councils and stuff. But the thing is, like, I don't think anybody there really. Most of the people don't pay attention. Like the people that do pay attention aren't 100% of the voter base.
Here we go again.
So like no new guys either gonna get primaried, and there's no way they're gonna vote for anybody that's a Republican on the ticket in the Charlotte area for their council. As far as I'm aware, I mean, I know it's a very blue area, so typically cities are in Republican run, but a lot of areas need a new leadership. And that's not like me being a Republican or anything. Like they could have a new Democrat leadership. They just need someone who cares about the area. And it's like the current Democrats are just going to win their primaries because they're incumbents. So they need to just go on the other side, try them out. Yeah, the violence in Chicago is crazy. And don't get me started on Lori Lightfoot. I'm sure you have opinions on her. She seems to, like every time I see her speak, her solution seems to be the opposite of the right thing to do, ever. Yeah, do you think she's gonna get primaried though? Because I know for a fact that whoever's like on the Democrat on the ticket in Chicago is gonna be the one who ends up as mayor. So you gotta primary her. Someone, how about you do it, Ozzy? I'll endorse you. I'm a big deal in Chicago. I had like 2 subscribers from Chicago. We'll put you in as the Democrat to primary Lori Lightfoot. I'm sure you want that attention. Oh, you're not from the Chicago area? Ah, come on. You lie. There's a lot of videos of politicians from like the 90s that would campaign, and they'd like do a fake Southern accent anytime they were campaigning in the South. It's kind of funny to see them switch it. It's like just different presidential candidates over the years. It's like they're like, I'm from here. Yeah, Charlotte's the closest city to me too. I'm not even from the same county as Charlotte. My town is just across the county line, but our economy is pretty much based on people who work in Charlotte. So it's basically Charlotte. It's 30 minutes out to 40 minutes.
Evil's domination continues.
You'd get murdered. And would you even want to tell them you're from there either? Yeah, I have actually heard of that. I watch Tim Pool, and he's from the Chicago area, and there'll be people who's like, he's from like the south side of Chicago, and he'll say like, people will say they're from Chicago, but they're actually from like, I can't remember the name of the neighborhood or the town, but it's like, it's just a common suburb, and you're like, you're not from Chicago. Naperville, I think it's not Naperville that he uses as an example, but I'm sure that's one. It's one that sounds like I think it has like a flower in the name.
You're wasting your time.
Or maybe like has like Grove. I don't know. Like if I were to say like, if I were to name just neighborhoods in my hometown, you'd probably be pretty confused
Well, no accounting for taste.
and not know exactly what I'm talking about. Downers Grove? I have no idea. Yeah, just start naming Chicago towns, and I'll know exactly what they are. But one of the things about Charlotte, though, that I would say is even the areas that are kind of the sketchier areas, I've walked around them at night and been
Why do I get the feeling
ignored and fine,
Heroes can't stop
and even
the
had
whole
people
street.
strike up conversations about how they loved seeing me there, even though it was like a sketchy area. I think it's because a lot of the people in the rougher neighborhoods are kind of hoping that some people with money will move there to nicen it up a little. A lot of people complain about gentrification unless they actually live in a rough area.
In a lake of venom mines.
Your hope has blinded you.
But the really rough area, I'd say, is like Gastonia.
Very
Like,
confident, aren't you?
I worked like at gas stations, and my dad used to manage gas stations, and the people in Gastonia that would rob gas stations, they wouldn't even like hold up the cashier. They would just walk in, shoot the cashier, and take the money. They wouldn't even like waste their time. Like there was one store I remember he would have to look at the security footage to try and
You haven't exactly impressed me
Like-
today.
find things, like figure out what had happened. And he would also like be one of the people that would report to the police about stuff. And I remember there was one where the cashier got shot, and then the manager came running out. And as the manager was running out, the people robbing it ran out and shot the manager in the back and killed her. Yeah, and I was training for a gas station company,
Darth Vader.
and they told me that the first place they were going to put me was Gastonia, and I left. I was like, nope. Like, put someone who's from there at least, who knows how to handle the culture of that place at least. And it was going to be the night shift. And at this company, the night shift person works alone. So, big nope. Not worth it. Not $13 an hour isn't worth getting blasted in the face. The night I trained there was in a town called Concord, which is a bit closer to Charlotte and more on the east side. Gastonia is on the west side. But it's a nicer area. I was like, the gas station I was at was a little down the road of like the famous NASCAR track in Concord, and there was at midnight there was like homeless people coming in to bathe in the bathroom, and I'd like go in to clean it, and there'd just be a bunch of naked homeless people. It's like, okay, like I would be like, all right, just let me know when you're done. Because like, what are they gonna do? But they could have even gone. They could have gone in a stall. Oh, and there was no lunch break either. I remember this. Like, we would clock a lunch break, but since you were the only one there, you still had to be there, and you weren't allowed to like leave or get food. And they were like, you could eat the roller dogs before you throw them away. That like we're not selling anymore. You can eat those ones, the dried out, wrinkly ones. Yeah. And I think the final straw for me was that so it's illegal to tell someone who has like a disability that they can't work somewhere. And the person who was training me told me that I should consider leaving because I was having Crohn's issues that night because when there's a lot of stress, it flares up. And she was like, I don't think you're a good fit with having that disease. And I was like, all right, well, I'm not gonna work here. And oh man, the drive home after that was a nightmare. I had been up the whole night, which was kind of normal for me, but it was still pretty late, and I had basically been surviving off of coffee and roller dogs, and was very sleepy and had to drive through the Charlotte highways that I was complaining about earlier in the morning, which is even worse, because I honestly, I do not drive in the mornings unless I absolutely have to, because people are just crazy drivers around here in the mornings. I don't know what it is. I think it's just like maybe there's just a whole different tribe of people that exist in the mornings here. And I'm just part of that more pleasant to deal with afternoon group. I should have reported it, but I didn't really. I didn't feel right ruining someone's like life over that, you know. Because ultimately, she was right, you know. Like I was gonna leave the job anyway. Yeah, like my body wasn't handling it well. So like, I could sue over that, but I'm not going to, and I wouldn't, because there's no real damage to me. And she had like 8 kids, like it wouldn't be right. Because ultimately, like all what I would get is probably just like some settlement from the company, which sure, that'd be nice, but this lady would lose her job and probably be blacklisted to other companies. Like this person has like a lawsuit on her record. I wouldn't do that. Like if she had like thrown something at me or something, it'd be a different story, but you know.
We're getting signals from the shuttle.
It's not like she like pulled a stick out and started poking me and calling me retarded or something. It is messed up, but it's not like I've said my piece, but it is messed up. I still have, they gave us a thermos to just load up with the coffee for working there. And I still have that, but I don't really like thermoses because the lid thing. There's always like that lid, like tab that comes up and down or slides back and forth, and that always just gets loaded with gunk and is impossible to clean. I'd like to thank that guy who just died for throwing that fire grenade. Yeah, I've only really had a handful of jobs. I've always had good jobs for me, or at least good managers, except for that one. Yeah, we got the W. My first job was at a sushi bar, and the manager was really harsh, but he kind of. It was good to have a harsh manager for my first job, because he put me in line and set me up for success in future jobs by being harsh, and I really appreciated him. And my second job was a deli job at a grocery store. I worked at the deli. I also worked the fried chicken kitchen. There was a third thing I did before doing the gas station at this place, but eventually I just transferred out to the gas station because the gas station there is the best job ever. until recently. They did some changes that I would have quit over, but at the time you were just alone in this kiosk and in charge of everything around you. Like, you just had to do a few chores and then be a body in the chair to watch the gas station while people fill up and just check people out from time to time. And then the rest of the day I'd watch YouTube or write or think of music. It was the best. But I left because I was like, if I keep this job, I'm never gonna leave it, and I'm never gonna become anything with it. So I was like, I gotta leave it. And also, I mean, not to
Don't be fooled by their appearance.
not to
Just stay alive. Help is
do
on the
anything
way.
like that, but
Shouldn't be difficult.
I also got offered a job at Sam's Club, which was literally the exact same job at their gas station, but paid $11 an hour instead of $9 an hour. But they never gave it to me, so I did DoorDash. And DoorDash was great. I still do it. It's great being in charge of myself. And now I have a new job. That's my life. Food runner in a restaurant. So is that what you call a... Oh, hey, I completely forgot that I was an Ewok. I was like, here's some guys who will keep me safe. Is that what you call a waiter? Is a food runner? Have I ever told you how I would hustle at the sushi bar, Ozzy? I don't know if I've told this story before in the channel, but I don't know if I've ever told you. I feel like you'd be the most proud of me for it. I never told you. So at the sushi bar, I worked both as the host, I would work as the bus boy, and I also did dishes. And doing dishes at a sushi bar, you come across a lot of untouched sushi. So what I would do is I would stash the sushi that nobody ate in a box on top of the washing machine where nobody could see it, and I'd go to the other restaurants in the strip mall after my shift, and I'd like knock on their back door where the kitchen workers would be like cleaning, and I'd like trade sushi for other food. Like I'd be like, is there anything you guys were gonna throw out that I could get? Or like there's a smoothie king, and I'd get like a smoothie for some sushi. Here, I need to... Yeah, but basically I've always been a staunch capitalist, even when I didn't even know it at the time. Just taking my goods and services and using it as real capital to increase my wealth and other people's food. I'm starting to have that drift. But it was a really fancy sushi bar, and there were some sushi rolls that had gold flakes. It would be like scallops, a scallop sushi roll, and there was gold flakes on it. And it was like $100 roll. And sometimes people would like only eat 2 pieces of it, and then the rest of it would come back to me in the dish pit. And I would just stash it and trade it with people and be like, hey, I got this golden roll here. And that would get me some good food. You never had sushi? Yeah. I've had so much of it that I don't really like it anymore. If you've ever had rice vinegar, it's pretty much what it tastes like. Because it's sticky rice with a fish inside, usually some sauce, seaweed, and it pretty much just tastes like the rice that you use for it. The rice is rich in vinegar that makes it sticky, and it's like the vinegar tastes like sweet and sour. Yeah, usually it's raw fish. Sometimes it's cooked. I'm not doing well this round. I'm having a lot of issues with the drift all of a sudden. It's happening like crazy now. Let me just like bonk it around. Maybe it'll help. Whatever is doing it. It seemed to work last time, but it's not working now. Oh, there's also shrimp heads. People would eat shrimp heads, and sometimes I'd get like a shrimp head back in the dish pit, and it was so freaky because it would just sit there staring at me the whole time I was doing dishes, and it smelled like, obviously the dish pit in a sushi restaurant smells pretty awful, and you've worked at a restaurant, so I don't know if yours was the same, but usually it's a sink, and all of the food from the dishes throughout the day is just in the sink, and you gotta scoop it out with your hands. And at a sushi bar, it gets pretty putrid. Oh, and there was also live crabs. Like, there were these like soft shell crabs that are tiny. They're like really small, and they have very thin shells, and literally you just like toss them into the fryer if you want to cook. Yeah, you would cook them. Yeah, you'd cook them. You toss them in the fryer, and usually you'd roll them in like panko or something, and serve them up. But sometimes they'd get out, and I would just find them in the dish pit. It wasn't all that bad. Nobody in the kitchen spoke English. They all were Vietnamese. Um, they found my name really interesting though, which is kind of funny. Like they'd have me pronounce my name for them and then spell it because they thought it was like interesting. I found out that it's because so I guess in a lot of Asian languages, the L and the R are like the same sort of consonant. They're just different. You like use them interchangeably, I suppose. I don't really understand entirely because it was someone who barely spoke English that explained it to me. But my last name is Fellner, so it's like an L and an R and then an R sound at the end, and they just, I guess it was just like funny sounding to them. Ooh, am I gonna get first Ewok? And they would cook me their food like it's like a delicacy to eat the fish of a face, of the face of a fish, not the fish of a face. The face of a fish, because it has like some very tender meat, and it's a certain type of fish. And that was like an option that people could get, but it wasn't something that would be on the menu because Americans don't usually like that. But there'd be people who were like businessmen from Asia that the manager would need to come to like speak their language to, and they would order that a lot. And I ate that once. Chicago-style hot dogs. What's a Chicago-style salad? I've had a Chicago dog before. Chicago dogs are tasty. The only place I could go to for a Chicago dog around here got closed down during the lockdowns and never recovered. But honestly, they were pretty overpriced hot dogs. At least by our standards. I don't know what they are typically where you live, but they were charging like $8 to $10 for a hot dog, and it's like, come on. What are you gonna do with that? Oh, okay, Caesar salad and stuff. Iron Man, you're way late. What are you doing here? Are you on the... No, I don't see you. Here's my gun. There should be an ET hunt. It would be literally the same as Ewok hunt, except it's ET chasing you. And just whoa. You're resting right now, Iron Man? What did you do? Did you hurt yourself?
Shuttle's entering our airspace.
Just tired? Yeah. I meant to end the stream like 20 minutes ago, but I didn't want to leave Ozzy hanging. I'll leave you hanging, Iron Man, no problem though. I won't even think twice about it. Won't even lose sleep over it. I got another hiking video coming out soon, Iron Man. Hopefully I'll have it up by Wednesday, but I started editing it today when I actually have free time. And I'm only like like a fourth of the way through editing it. And it's just a fourth of the way through the first like run of editing. So my edit process is usually I'll put all of the footage that I got in a file, and then I'll watch it all back to back and delete anything that's not good or choppy or the audio hasn't come through properly. And I'll also make little edits like trimming clips to where only the good part is in it and stuff, just to make it see how timely it is by doing that, you know, just cut everything I can first. And then I'll go through and arrange things and cut things and put them where they are, and then I'll go through with the audio and get the B-roll footage, put over some audio tracks from other parts of the hike. It takes a long time. Fortunately, though, this one doesn't have any shots of me in it, so I don't have to sync the audio to anybody's mouth moving, which should make it a little quicker. And also, this isn't going to be as long as, say, like Pilot Mountain or the Shoals Falls one was, just because the focus of this park isn't the beauty of the park itself. It's just what has happened there over the years and stuff. So this video is pretty much just telling the story of the place. And a little bit of information about the hike. I don't know, what do you guys think of like parts where I talk about how the hike is going and stuff, like talking about how hot it is and buggy, because there's always a part where I'll talk about that just to vent, and sometimes I think I put it in on some videos, and some other videos I left it out. I don't know how you guys feel about those parts. I usually try to focus on making it just the parts that are interesting about the park, or the nice views or stuff. Okay. Good feels of how the park is? Alright. I'll try to include it, because while I was going through this, I had a bit of a dilemma, because there had just been a thunderstorm right when I got there at this park. So while I was hiking, it was incredibly humid and hot and buggy. So the whole hike, I was just like miserable. I was sweating profusely and getting bit by bugs, and part of the beauty of this park is just the fact that it's in ruins and overgrown. So a side effect of that is I ran into a ton of spider webs, and there's a lot of plants that are just unkept, you know, and bugs are all over those. So I talked about that in one part. I was debating on leaving it in or keeping it out, because there's so much that I talk about the what it was once there. Yeah, I see your point, Ozzy. You make a good point that I hadn't considered. That, like, people... It hasn't occurred to me that people want to know, like, what the park's like. It seems pretty obvious. Like, I figure that that's something that's... They are watching the video to see. And then, like, I'm presenting the information about the... Like... That's interesting about the place. The Shoals Falls video was the first one I did, and that one was focused on just the hike. And I think I can't really remember the Chestnut Knob one all that well. I remember, like, the hike itself, but I don't remember the video. What I put in, what I left out, and what I even talked about. I remember that one was just all about joking around with Chloe, to me. So, like, all I remember is the getting to the knob and eating a Lunchables on the knob and thinking it was the funniest thing. That was something that I knew nobody else would think is very, very funny, but I thought it was hilarious. I referred to the Lunchables as a charcuterie board, which cracked me up. And then the Lake Norman Park one. I'm gonna do another Lake Norman one, but it's probably not gonna be the park. It's gonna be like just talking about Lake Norman, because it kind of relates to this park that I was at, because this park is downriver from Lake Norman, and it represents a time where there was nothing upriver. Like, my area was notoriously undeveloped and appeared as if it was just completely asleep and nothing was going on. So one of the reasons why the canal failed was that there was nothing to connect it. Like, it wasn't connecting anything to anything. Like, in the mountains and in the foothills, nobody was doing anything. It was just a bunch of people who were surviving and not much else. All the industry was downriver. But Lake Norman is... I consider it to be a pretty impressive feat, because, I don't know, the people who built it invested in the area to create the need for it, which I feel like is the right way to go. And then they built the dam that created the lake after clearing the towns and resettling the people that were once in the towns. It was just really fascinating. And they cleared the forests to create the lake. It's entirely man-made. And then built a nuclear plant that uses the water from the lake to cool the reactor and to circulate, because it's a whole other discussion how nuclear plants work. I feel like I could make a video on that as well. And there's also a coal plant on the lake, so it's a big electrical hub. The grid here is very strong because there was once textile, cotton, and all that stuff, mills. Just big industrial center at a time. It was all thanks to the investments of the people who wanted to create the lake to begin with, because they needed to create the electrical demand before they went and built the stuff that produced the electricity, which is just so cool to me. None of this stuff would be here if they hadn't wanted to just put a lake here and create a bunch of electricity in the area, but they needed somebody to do something, which created the economic prosperity that's in this area just out of that. Alright. Any other words, anybody? had my TED Talk. This has gone on almost an hour longer than I planned to tonight. I gotta get to bed, unfortunately. Whales. Yeah, comebacks. That means we need to introduce a comeback species in Lake Norman. You think they're a freshwater whale? Any words, Iron Man? Iron Man's tired. Alright, well, good night, everybody. Thank you for dropping in. I'll see you guys tomorrow. I might be playing something else. Maybe Rocket League, I have no idea. Don't hold me to it.